Good morning and happy Friday, my friends. We have made it through another week, and I am so excited to be here with you today. It's going to be a good day. It's going to be a good day. I pray that you have an amazing day to kind of wrap up your week, that you have an amazing weekend that is filled with all of the things you love. And hopefully, this is one of them because this is super cute. This is our item of the weekend. And this is normally $22, and you're going to get it for $11 today, you guys. This is a really good deal. This is our "O Come Let Us Adore Him" door hanger. Check it out. This is a gorgeous. This is going to be absolutely gorgeous the way that we're going to paint it. And so come on in. Let me know you're here. And if you are catching on the replay, tell me hashtag replay or replay, whichever. You don't have to add the hashtag if you don't want to. Hello, Rita. How are you? Rita's over on YouTube. We are on YouTube and Facebook. So if you like pulling us up on the big screen for on YouTube, and then it's a little bit easier to comment on Facebook if you have us pulled up on a mobile device. So that's an option for you guys. I love it. Hello, Dixie. Hello, Joanna. How are you guys? This is our item of the weekend. I'm going to pop a comment here. If you comment excuse me. If you comment sold space 698, it will send you this link to your messenger. It shows that it's $22. Go ahead and add it to your cart. Use the coupon code IOTW. It stands for item of the weekend. Make sure you use the code because you're going to get it for 50% off. If you don't know, every weekend we have an item that's 50% off. And sometimes I have special items that are only available for that weekend. They're like not in the shop any other day. So make sure if you comment Daisy Love, make sure it's going to send you a link to where you can join my email list. You can get to the shop. You can see my YouTube. You can see so many things in there. And so I'm really excited to actually paint this one with you guys today. Hello, Deb. How are you? Deb, I'm cutting all your fruit houses. And oh my gosh, we've only painted the strawberry one. And I cut those for some other VIP people a couple months ago. And I was like, man, which one do I want to do next? And so I was cutting them today and I was like, oh, maybe we should do the apple or the watermelon. I'm thinking that we should do the apple one for fall. But I was like, we need to just paint another one of these because they are absolutely adorable. The strawberry one turned out gorgeous. So come on in. So good to see you guys. We are going to paint the background of this navy blue. So what you're going to get this, and it's got some etching on it so that you know where to lay baby Jesus. And then you have his little, the bed that he's in. And then you have some straw, but we're going to bump this up a little bit because we're actually going to put some raffia behind the straw so that it looks a little bit more three-dimensional. Good morning, Cheryl. Good morning, Rita. And then you have baby Jesus and his little halo. And then you have "Oh Come Let Us Adore Him." And then we're going to probably put a bow over here. Probably what we're going to do. Must be something in the air today because my nose just started running. All right. We are going to do this in navy. And actually, should we do it in navy or Liberty Blue? I think we're going to do it in navy. Think we're going to do it in navy. But then we're going to do some highlighting. Like we're going to put some white at the middle so it looks like it's just really bright where baby Jesus is going to be. Cheryl, I loved your flowers that you're painting along with our flower series inside the VIP group. Absolutely love that. Your daffodils are gorgeous. The daffodils was, I think, one that I was probably not my favorite. Just gonna show it to you guys because we did these Wednesday. The daffodil probably wasn't my favorite. I do like them. I guess the more I look at them, I don't know. We're learning. We're learning. So this was the daffodil, and what else have we done? We've done so much in there. We've done the Cosmo. This is my favorite. The Cosmo is my favorite, and we've done the cone flower. We have done the camellia. I think that's how you say it. And we have done the anemone and black-eyed Susans. We've done a lot, and we still have a lot more to do. You didn't care for the daffodils either? Yeah, so we might play with them a little bit. They're very I like having a really big outline. So to where you can see, so you could even like outline these with black and see what that looks like. Actually, let's do that real quick. Let's just so you guys see what it looks like. Let me find my black mini paint. Here it is. Let's do that real quick. Um, let's do it here on the pencil. This is the pencil. And I'm thinking that's going to make me like them a little bit more just because it's going to have a little bit more of an outline. I don't know. Maybe I won't like it outlined. It makes it not so soft though, and daffodils are obviously supposed to be soft. Makes it stand out a little bit more, but I don't know. Still probably not my favorite. I mean, I love the daffodil flower. We're just gonna have to play with it a little bit more. Yeah, we're gonna have to play with it a little bit more. Let's put some dots in it. Yeah, there we go. So it stands out a little bit more. The camellia was your favorite. The Cosmo was mine. There you go. You did get me live, Rita. It is so good to see you. Hey, Rita, I don't know why it won't always let me comment back to you. Ooh, dark orange might help from the middle. Great idea. Great idea. We're going to try that out. I might draw some more, and that's a really good idea to do with the orange in the middle. All right, so let's find a brush that is going to be big enough for us to do. And I think they're oh, no, here they are. We're going to use we're going to use this one. And let's go ahead and get a little bit of white out. Actually, I'm just going to use this Graphics Collection white. And we're just going to do very little of that. Okay. So let's paint the whole thing navy, kind of like the nighttime sky. How's the weather where everybody's at? Hot, of course. It's actually a little cooler here today. It sure is humid though. Um, but it's only going to be like 84 today. But we're supposed to have storms all day, so we'll see. It's still, I was just in the workshop um, getting the laser loaded so it could cut while I was down here, and it's still humid. It's definitely still humid. Tis the time of year it is. That's not going to go away anytime soon. Not here in Kansas, anyway. Good morning, Marissa. How are you? It's so good to see you. All right, if you want to grab one of these for $11, make sure you comment sold space 698, and then it's going to pop it into your messenger with the link so you can buy it. But you have to use the coupon code, um, so that you get the discount. Let's try to blend this a little bit. So I want it to kind of look like there's lighter radiating from, ooh, I don't know. This side is a little bit more. Let's mix some. So it look like there's some light radiating. This side looks really good. Let's focus on this side a little bit. Let's get a little bit more white in here. We can get this side. That's the only thing probably is getting these to look even. But we're going to do our best. Let's bring some more up here just so it's just really dry on the wood. So we'll bring in some more blue. How's that look? That looks really good. But let's do this. Let's bring this up here. So we're going to kind of radiate it from the center all the way out to the edges, just like that. Oh, that's gorgeous looking, you guys. That's gorgeous. Whoops, too much white. Let's get some. How's that looking? Looking good. Maybe we need some more. I think it's going to look good just like that. What do you think? Yeah, I think I like it. Looks like there's a really harsh line right here that I can see on the camera. I think that looks good. Just a little bit of white mixed in with the blue. So, oops, let's get this dry. And then we'll go on to painting the rest of it. Does anybody have this? This has been in the shop for a while, and I don't need to paint this because this is where baby Jesus is going to be laying. So it's totally fine that we didn't paint that middle there. Does anybody have this piece? It's been in the shop for a while, and it was a really popular piece a couple of years ago, and that's why I was like, there's a lot of people that don't have this. Let's just make this our item of the weekend. It's gonna be gorgeous. It's gonna be gorgeous. Oh, that's looking so gorgeous. It's gonna be cloudy, windy, and in the low 80s. You're in Nevada, right? Yeah, it's gonna be like 84 here, cloudy, not really windy, but humid. Rita says hot and humid. Ooh, a large gold star in the background would have been pretty good too. Deb has a couple of these. You used to love watching your mother paint. All hers was religious painting. The Last Supper was a favorite, which I knew where or who got it. Oh, that's what a wonderful story, Rita. That would be nice to see who got that. Yeah. All right. I really like that. You can see just a little bit of the white. Let's go ahead and set that off to the side. And let's go ahead and get this up so that we're not making a mess. We don't need our black anymore. Or I'm sorry, our navy. Break it up. Oh, thank you, Rita. My painting reminds you of your mom. That must be the style that she painted then. We all kind of have different, I say we have different paint prints, just like our fingerprints. We all just have a unique way of painting. I'm going to pull this up and I'm going to get the blue away from it so I can use that white again because we'll probably use it for something else. There we go. Now we don't have, any dark color that we don't want to transfer into a lighter color. Perfect, perfect, perfect. All right. What do we have? We have baby Jesus. We have our why am I drawing a blank on what to call this? His little bed. Let's do this white. We're gonna do this white because it's gonna stand. Ooh, actually, let's do it. A gold would be pretty. Because we're gonna do some white stars. So I'm thinking a gold would be really pretty. We'll do this a straw color. Let's see. Pull some of my paints up here and see what we got. Let's use some brown on his bed. Let's use some blue. Um, what color should we do? Well, we'll do this gold for sure. What color should we do his little rat? TP might be okay for his kind of want to do a little bit of red or burgundy in his wrap because I have this, the manger. Yes, I don't know why I'm drawing a blank. I have this that I'm thinking about putting in the corner for a bow along with these two. What color? Give me some color options. I'm going to try to find a good skin color, and I think we'll use warm buff. I think that's a really good skin color. We might add a little tinge of pink to that. Mm, peanut. Here's sunflower. We're going to use that for um, the straw. Okay. Light blue, that's what I'm thinking. An almond color or light brown. So we are going to have his face. I was thinking of like a light blue, maybe this Tiffany or, ooh, breezy blue is good. And we also have the ocean we could highlight with or darken. Let's do that. All right. Let's wipe his little face down where we have the etching so that it's really clean and those lines are really crisp. All right. Let's do this. This is sunflower. We might darken this up just a little bit. That's going to be for this. We could also, let's do a little bit more. Let's see if we like the warm buff on his face. That one was a little bit extreme, I feel like. A little bit extreme. Hay, straw, right? Oh, geez. Let's go ahead and do the hay and the straw. We're going to mix a little bit of white with it to begin with. And it's probably going to be lighter than we want, but we're going to go back over it and we'll also do some brown in it, kind of on the edges. Should you always wipe down all the pieces with etching on the line? So if it looks like there is haziness around that line edge, yes. Especially if you're painting white or a lighter color, because that's just like charring and it's going to mix like with your white paint and it's going to make it look a little bit dirty. Like these don't need it at all. Those are very crisp lines. It didn't need it at all. But there was a little bit of charring around his little hair, little tendril here. And so that one did need to. So it just kind of depends on if there's charring around the edges or not. You're going to be able to see. It's going to look like a shadow around the etched line. So if it looks like there's a shadow, then yes, do. Here's a good idea to show you on this one. So you can see in all the points, can you see there's a little shadow in all the points? Those are what you're going to want to, let me try to do this for you and I'm going to show you. I'm going to wipe one side of this so you can see the difference. Okay, obviously it's wet now, but it's probably hard to tell. So there's a little bit more shadowing in here and it's not over here now. And you're going to be able to probably see it better once this is completely dry. So once this dries, you'll probably be able to see it a little bit better. And this one isn't too bad. So this might not be a good example. Okay. Let's see if you can tell now. Can you see one side has a little bit of shadowing to it and the other side doesn't? Okay. So if I wanted this piece white and I hadn't used a baby wipe or something to wipe off the edge, all that shadowing is just going to get a little bit, it's going to just make your white or your cream, any of your light colors a little bit dingy. And so, yes, yes. And that's just a byproduct of it being lasered. If something is really bad, I don't send it. But if you happen to get one that has a lot on it, just you'll watch with no sound for now till they call me. Are you at the doctor getting your injection? It is so good to see you, Kim. So good to see you. All right, let's go ahead and do his little face here. And I think we'll do, I thought about doing this part a skin color as well, kind of like he's got a V-neck on, but I think I'm actually going to do that white, like an undershirt. So he's got like an undershirt on and a wrap. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that white. We'll see what that looks like. So we do have ornaments that match this. It won't hurt to do all the pieces at all. Nope, not at all. Good morning, Nona. This was a couple years ago. It was a door hanger of the month. Yes, a couple years ago. But you can get, this is a great one. Grab those. It's $11 this weekend when you use the code IOTW. So make sure you use that coupon code. But this is a great piece for $11. It's a quick paint. You don't have a ton of intricate details, a ton of intricate pieces. And so this is a really great one for all of you who love doing like the fall craft fairs and things like that. It you grab it for $11 and you can go sell this for $32, put a bow on it. This is a great deal. All MDF cuts different with the same settings on the lasers. Yes. So like I could cut something with my setting on one laser and someone else could cut with the same and it's going to be completely different. Humidity makes a huge difference. We have to pull the humidity out of the air before the air. I'm gonna give you a little tutorial here. So the laser has air that's blown through the little laser head. It blows air while it's cutting it so it doesn't catch on fire. When it's cutting, there is no air or it's very low air when you're etching, like putting these designs on, these right here. So because there's air and we have humidity, we have a lot of humidity here in Kansas. We have to pull that moisture out of the air before it's blowing on the wood because it will make your charring really dark and really bad if you're not pulling the air out of it or the water out of the air, the moisture. And also it can create a lot of gunk. These have glue, okay? These have glue in them. And so it kind of, when water mixes with the wood and it makes the glue kind of sticky. And so, yeah, that's kind of the process. You have your air through an air compressor here on my ground. And then I have it go up through a tube and then go through this little contraption that pulls the water out. And they're called silica beads. They're like in a little package when you get a purse or something. You might buy a purse and it's got silica beads in it because that's going to help absorb moisture in the air to keep the purse in the best quality until you buy it. So my little thing has three compartments on it. The first one pulls air or water out. The second one pulls water out, the second one I don't really have to change because once the first one fills up, I unscrew it, dump the water. And then the third one has all those silica beads in it and they're blue. But when they're full of moisture, they turn pink. And so I know when I look at that, I probably need to change it right now, actually. When I look at it, I'll take a picture and kind of show you guys the process of it. Would you guys like to know to see that whole process and why? I have a CO2. Yep, it's a CO2. So I can cut pretty much anything but metal. Um, I can cut leather, I can cut acrylic, I can cut paper, I can cut fabric, I can cut lots of different things. Just not metal, but I can etch on metal. Okay, so like these designs, I can do that on metal. Um, ooh, high potassium angel. What are they doing about that? Yes, Nona, it does look familiar. This is one of my favorites. We will definitely continue praying for your husband, Angel. Absolutely. So that's kind of the process. Let's do some white right here. I don't know. This might be too jarring of a color. We'll see how it looks when we get it all done. But it's going to be like a little, I guess it's your preference if you want this to be like a V-neck and you'll see his skin. But I think I kind of want like a little onesie. Not that they had onesies back then, but I think that's going to look cute. Just going to define it a little bit more. All right, now let's get some of this breezy blue out. We don't need too much. And then this ocean, we'll get that out. Would we be able to see your machine when we come for the retreat next year? No, because we're going to be, oh, that's way too much. We're going to be about an hour away from my house. Yeah, swaddling. Yes. Boy, I'm going to tell you, my husband was good at swaddling. It's one of those things that you either have a knack for it or you don't. Let's do another coat of yellow on here, this straw color. Yeah, swaddling. I was always like, can you swaddle him? He was so good at swaddling. Yes, he is all swaddled up there. All right. So actually, we are going to do this one white because it's going to be on the sky. And so I want this to be really bright and bummer. I can definitely, we'll do a tutorial. I can show it to you inside. Um, we'll do that. We'll do a live and I'll kind of show you the laser and kind of how it runs. It's definitely been a learning process. I mean, I got it and I've just been figuring it out along the way. We've had it almost 3 years now. All right, let's let that be and let it dry a little bit. Let's go ahead and paint some of this breezy blue on here. So since we're not using red, I don't know that I'm going to use that ribbon. We'll see. Did you guys see the bundle specials that I loaded yesterday? Tori had to be swaddled tight. I think it was because her brother laid on top of her the whole time. That's so funny. Oh, yeah, because they're twins, right? Is that the one? Tori's the twin, right? That's funny. I can't remember. One of my boys really liked being swaddled tight. I don't remember which one it was, though. I think it was James. No, maybe it was Parker. I don't know. All right. There is a little line in here that just shows where it's folded. So we're going to just do that so it pops out a little bit more. Did you see that? Before the laser, I had a table saw, I had a CNC machine, I had a miter saw, I had a scroll saw, I had all the saws, and I still have all of them except I don't have the scroll saw anymore, and I don't have the CNC anymore. And it just here's the thing. I walked out to my garage one day and my mom was sanding. I was like, I gotta do something different. My mom was covered in dust and she loved it. But I was, and it was just so messy. so messy. I mean, think about sanding 100 blocks of something. It was just really messy. And if I had a workshop that wasn't attached to my house, I probably would still do that. Um, but yeah, we're just making it a little bit cleaner. I think we need a really, really, really light pink. Let's try this one. This is a flamingo. A CNC is it cuts wood with a router. So you attach a router to it, and it's a very, very similar concept to a laser. Um, it's just cutting it with a CNC or with a router versus a laser tube. And I could cut really thick wood with it. Okay, you might have had to do a couple passes, but you can cut thicker wood with it. Oh, Rita, you're a twin. I think I did know that. I think I did know that. All right, let's do. I think we're done with this color. So let's go ahead and chop this off. And oops, well, pick it up. Go there. And let's do just around the edges of his face a little bit. Let's just bring in a little bit of color. Oh yeah, I like that. Oh yes, that's precious. Let me touch up my blue here because I got a little bit of pink on it. I think our blue is pretty good though. I don't think we need another coat. And then let's take a really small makeup brush. Where is my small one? I thought I had one that was smaller than this even. This one has some paint dried in it. I think I had one even smaller than this, but maybe not. Sawdust everywhere. Yeah. I know, Deb. I thought about bringing them back because you can actually get um, the thicker wood pieces from Dollar Tree. So I thought about bringing them back. I thought about stocking some more. We're just going to make his cheeks a little bit rosy. How about that? Just a super light pink. There we go. I don't know that you can see that. You probably can now. There you go. You're betting he probably has all those items you mentioned. He loved to build things, and you were attached to his hip because you absolutely love the smell of cut wood, right? There is something about the smell of cut wood and gasoline. I love the smell of gasoline. All right, let's paint this one. Let's paint it brown. This is probably not the best brush. It's not a soft one. Yeah, I don't like this brush. We may be getting rid of this one. However, I might like the streaks that it puts in. I do. I have always been somewhat of a creator. When I was little, um, if you've read any of my story or know my story, I didn't have a really great relationship with my grandma. But we were there. My grandma did ceramics. And so that's kind of where I started painting was in her basement doing ceramics. And so I've always just kind of been creative, love the process of just bringing something to life. All right, I think that's pretty good. We're going to bring some wood streaks into this though, and we're going to throw that away. A lawn after it's been mowed. Yes, the smell of barbecue. I love it. The smell of new tires in the store. Interesting. I know exactly what smell you're talking about too. You love ceramics? Ooh, I have ceramics. When my grandma passed, I pulled a little bit. I don't have as much anymore, but I would love to be able to do ceramics and have a kiln and fire them and sell them for you guys. That would be so much fun. Oh, they're giving him gritty medicine to eat. Bummer. No fun or to drink. All right. Let's do some of this color that we put on his face. I'm not loving the face color, but we're just going to go with it. And I'm going to use this brush that has some pretty defined bristles in it. And we're going to bring in some, just make it look a little bit rustic. Let's do a little bit more. There we go. You want it to look worn. This is in a stable. That's what I was trying to think of was stable, not manger. Now, there are some lines in here and they're very hard to see. And even if I do this, they might still be hard to see. And so, what I'm thinking, because I like them, but I might, let's do this. Let's take a really fine brush. Let's see if we can get these defined a little bit more. Ceramics is a little bit different. It is. She's helping you renew your creativity back to what I was. Oh, I love it, Marissa. I love it. Might not have enough paint on my brush. I'm just going to follow this line. It's not going to be super noticeable. It's just going to be very thin, just like that. Okay. Let's do a little bit more right here on this edge because you can't see that one very well. And it's okay if it's not perfect across. We might sand this down a little bit too. I just kind of want these lines to stand out a little bit more. And then this one has two lines right next to each other. But I think I'm going to just paint between them and make it just a thicker line on this one. Yeah, I like that idea. I think I have the nativity set ceramics in my closet over here. I just don't know that I have the entire nativity set. How's that look? I love it. Could you have done the crackle method on the manger? Absolutely. Yep, absolutely. All right, so we are also going to take this light color and let's go in here to just kind of break up that yellow a little bit. It's pretty bright yellow. And then we're going to do this dark brown. And we're going to do it around the edges. Just so it has a little bit of shadowing. Yeah, I like that. Except I got paint on my fingers and I'm getting it on there. Oop, that was dark. Might be too much on here. There we go. So this piece is 50% off for the weekend and you can grab it for $11, you guys. This is a really great buy if you do like craft fairs and things like that. All right, that's cute. That's cute, except I got some paint right there with my finger. We could even bring in some dark like this. Oh, yes. I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm going to show it up in the camera to you. It's just got lots of colors mixed in with it. So it's probably hard to see, but isn't that a good idea to do the crackle method? Would you do the light color on the bottom and then the candle or Mod Podge and then a dark color? So it depends. It depends what you want this to look like. Do you want this to be a light color or a dark color? If you want it to be a dark color, then you're going to do the dark on the top and the light on the bottom. If you want it to be a light color, do the dark on the bottom because the color on the top is going to show a lot more than the crackle underneath. So it just depends kind of what color you want the main color to be. Okay. So if you wanted it dark like this, I would do the light crackle or the light color on the bottom, do your crackle or Mod Podge, and then do the dark on the top. Okay. And then just a little bit of that light is going to go show through it. Totally just depends. This is really gorgeous. I don't know if you can see in the camera really well, but it's really gorgeous. Mhm. All right, let's do one more coat on our white here. And then I'm going to cut my sponge and pick up a different color. All right. So I think we're done with our white for the most part. We're going to use some for some stars in the sky. All right. Now we're going to take the blue, and we could have done the navy because the navy is on the background if you wanted it to match a little bit, but we're going to take this blue and oh yes, I love that. Kind of got a bit much on there. Let's take our finger and blend it a little bit. And then let's go on this line too. Let's bring some color in there. See it stand out a little bit more. Here's my sander. Take a lighter grit, and we're gonna sand some of these. You guys, we're almost done. Oh, we have the halo. We got to do the halo. We're gonna do it gold. Okay, we just need a tiny bit of gold out. It probably would have been really pretty to do the words gold as well. Gorgeous. 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 All right, we're going to take our sandpaper and sand just a little bit. And I think we're going to do it on here too. Gorgeous. All right. I love it. So this is how it's going to go. Isn't that going to be so cute? I love the blue. I love the blue. We might add iridescent to this. That's a great idea. I don't think I'm going to on the gold because it's already got some shimmer. Let's do that on this one. I love that idea, Marissa. This is why I love crafting with you guys. These always turn out as our projects because all of our ideas come together in it. I love it. You like the details? The details are really what make your pieces just stand out a little bit more. We have some iridescent glitter here. Let's go ahead and sponge some of that on. Let's get a new sponge. This is probably something that you're not going to be able to see in the camera, but it's just going to add a little bit of shimmer. Parker just dropped something right above me. I did order some more stickles, you guys. We did order some more stickles for sure. All right. Let's, what do we want to do next? Let's go ahead and put some of this together. Let's scoop some of this out of the way. Because we're going to do some fun stuff to the sky as well. All right, we don't need those. We don't need those anymore. We don't need those. I'm trying to get better at putting stuff back as I use it, and I'm just so bad at that. All right. I'm thinking we're going to water down our, I think we're going to use this. We're going to water down our white a little bit. Let's mix it in with some water. Okay, that might be a little too much water. You're beginning to work on your candles. Yeah, I love it. I love it. All right, so let's pick up some of this white. And that might be too much. You don't want too much. We're going to just tap it on our hands. So it looks like a nighttime sky. This is something that you can do. Oh, we girls, that wasn't supposed to happen. Slipped right off my hand. Hold on. All right, there we go. You can do as little or as much of this as you want, okay? So let's let that dry. You can play with it some more. And I think we're going to do the same thing with gold. That way we got some gold stars. Let's rinse our brush out. We don't have white anymore. A ninja shower gift. What do you mean a ninja? Stickles gold for the halo. I will do that. That's a great idea, Angel. Stacked diapers into 4 layers and make each turtle on the layers. That would be so cute, Rita. That would be so cute. All right, let's add a little bit of water to our gold here and see if we can get, yeah, I won't get that thin enough. Perfect. Just took a little bit of water. Dip it in. And let's do a little bit of gold. Oh my goodness. Look, we're getting splotches on our baby Jesus. We don't want that. Oh, I love the gold. Oh, so gorgeous. I think I added more gold than white, but I really like the gold. That's so gorgeous. Can you see the white and the gold in there? It's going to look like a galaxy. Oh my goodness. You try to do the toothbrush I've done the toothbrush, but I'm gonna be really honest with you, it's not my favorite. I mean, that doesn't mean that that's the easiest for you to do, okay? I mean, if that works for you, that's totally fine. That is a way to do it. You just get your fingers dirty and yeah, I really like the little fan brush for me. We have a little bit of white on here. Let's kind of wipe that off a little bit. A little bit of white on here. You don't want the stars on your manger. There we go. That's better. Let's brush a little bit more of this with a foam brush. There we go. Now it's more dirty. I like that. All right. So here is my idea. There is etching on here. You probably can't see it in the camera. Ooh, you could varnish this. That would be a really good idea. You love the blue and the gold? The blue is from Nicole, and it is Blue Jay. It's called Blue Jay from Nicole. Thank you, Barb. So, you can comment sold space 698. It's gonna pop this into your messenger and use when you're checking out, use the code IOTW because you can get this for $11. Okay. It's a 12-inch door hanger, 12-inch door hanger. Barb, you can get some affiliate money on this as well. So think about that. The you can use your affiliate income to get your 11 or to get your 15% in affiliate income and you can use the coupon code. Okay? So do that. That just makes it um if you're selling any of them, you get 15%. I mean, come on, plus you're getting it for $11. Oh, I love that, Rita. I love that. Her paints are so pretty. So anyway, there is etching on here so I can see where to lay these so you don't have to just kind of randomly guess. So I have an idea. I think we're going to put a little bit of raffia. Oh, it's not straight. Hold on. Let me get it straight with my line. You're going to see my head for a hot second. There we go. This is gorgeous. Oh my goodness. Robin, it is sold space 698. Look how gorgeous that blue with that looks gorgeous. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This one's going to be a keeper for me, I think. Let's see. This I haven't glued Baby Jesus down and I haven't glued this down, but I want to see what it's going to look like if we put a little bit of raffia on it. And actually, we might just do a raffia bow because I was going to use this, but the red isn't going to match anything. And would the red look good? It's kind of a burgundy. Or should we do raffia? Let's see. Let me grab some raffia. Here's one piece. Let's take this one piece and see what we can do. Well, it's one piece, but we're going to separate it. We're going to tear it. Tear it into multiple pieces here. Maybe. Doesn't want to tear. I just want it really thin, like straw. This one's a little thick. Let's put this one. Well, there's a knot or something. Oh no, it's just folded. Duh. Was that one folded the whole time? I don't know. I don't want paint on them. All right. Let's see what this looks like. Let's line all these up again. Here's the end of one. Here's a couple ends of one. And if we don't like it on the manger, we'll use it on a ribbon. Oh, I think we got a knot in this one. We did. Oh, that's a big knot. Whatever. We're just throwing that piece away. All right, let's see what this would look like if it was under the manger. This might be too much. This is quite a bit, actually. Ooh, a really cute candy cane? That would. Yeah, this might be too much. This was one piece of raffia, you guys. And the ends are looped right now, but they're not going to be. I'll cut them. We definitely probably need less. Let's take half of it. Let's go ahead and cut the loops. And let's just take like half of it. Let's take like half of it. And I'm thinking we'll just glue it. We'll lay it down. Let's make it really scrappy here. Let's see what that would look like. I don't like it. What do you think? A hobo look? I don't think I like it. So let's just do this and let's do a raffia ribbon. Let's just do a raffia ribbon. Look, so we did all that for nothing. I mean, we can save this for something else, but let's make a raffia ribbon. Let's go ahead and glue. I'm going to get off my chair here and I'm going to just stand for a minute. You liked it? If you like it, you could definitely keep it. Let's put baby Jesus down. Press, press, press. And we're going to put this right here. Look how gorgeous this is turning out. Raffia on top of the straw. I don't know. I think I'm just going to do a raffia bow. Robin, what are you questioning? So you could do this on either side. Actually, I think I like this side. Let's do that right there. I think, is that straight? Oh my goodness, I think I'm in love, you guys. Let's do a little bit of glue here and put his little halo on. And then let's do a fun raffia bow right here. Let's go ahead and hang it with some twine. Is that attached? Okay, let's see how big. I don't need it very long. We'll just tie this at the back. Oh, Rita said a hobo look and you didn't know what she meant? Probably right there. Look, isn't that gorgeous? We're gonna put a bow on here. Look at that. I was gonna do the red with a bow. I was gonna do a scrappy bow up here, but I think it's gonna be better if we just do raffia. Yeah, I think a raffia is gonna be better. Let's pull a couple pieces out. These are all folded together. Hold on. I leave this tied together and then I just cut off because this is a mess if not, you guys. Most raffia is tied like this. There we go. Actually, I didn't have to cut it. I just pulled. All right, we're gonna use these two pieces. Let's fold this back up. Okay. Actually, I think we have a few pieces here. All right, let's go ahead and separate these. Let's go ahead and do it up here. I use my little poker and like just stick it in and pull, and it's going to create all these different pieces because you're just ripping it. Well, we might have a few pieces here that we need to do this with. Ouch. Landed with the pointy side up on my toe. Let's see. All right, I think it's pretty good. So let me show you really close. I have this piece right here. That's a thick piece. I'm going to just put my little poker right in the middle of it, and it's going to go all the way down, and it's going to tear and separate those two from each other. So it's more stringy, I guess I should say. It's looking a little thin on the end, though. I'm not really sure what. A twine bow would be cute. We could put twine in it too. Is my video cutting out? Do you have several different storage bins for the extras? Any particular ones you like the best? Still trying to organize my craft room. I am not the most organized person, Marissa. And I was just thinking, I'm like, we need to have an organization series, craft room organization in the VIP group. Am I frozen? We're almost done. Actually, let's make our tail a little bit longer. Hold on, I just messed all this up. Let's see. Trying to make my tails a little bit longer. Oh my goodness, that's gonna be adorable. Let's tie it with some twine.